Hey guys, Courtney from the editing room over here. I just want to say that this is video 3 in the Man of Darkness Beginning to End series. If you would like to watch video 1, which covers the rewrite, the first edit, and edit 1.5, as well as the second video, which covers the second edit of the book, the links to both of them are in the description down below, and if you would like to see the playlist that contains both of them, and now this video, it will pop up in the eye up in the upper right hand corner. But that's all I have to say. This video just covers the third edit, and I will let you get into it now.
Hey guys, it is currently 5:01 p.m. on May 13th, and I am getting ready to do edit number 3 of Man of Darkness. I just have to find its Google Docs before I get to it. Edit 3 is the Google Translate edit, although I currently edit it on my iPad instead because the last time I tried using Google Translate for this edit, it was very irritating on my ears. I do have a lot of issues with certain sounds echoing in my head really bad on occasion, and I think it was probably that, but since then I have edited it on my iPad and let my iPad speak the screen to me instead, and I haven't had echo problems with that particular voice, so that's something. But I'm opening Man of Darkness now. I need to do bird chores quick before I actually get into copying the chapters into my email and emailing them to my iPad. But that won't take super long or anything like that. I'm planning on editing at least 1 to 3 chapters today. 1 is a guaranteed, but I would like to do 3 since I didn't do any this weekend. But we will see how editing goes. I haven't been awake very long. I've been awake for maybe half an hour at this point. And my nose is all stuffed up, so my head is all stuffed up. I've got allergies, even though I never go outside. So I'm doing my best, but if the voice is irritating at all, even my voice is echoing in my head right now. If the voice is irritating at all, I'll probably only edit 1 chapter. But regardless, I will give you guys an update when I have one to give. I just need to do bird chores and let the little dog back in and go from there. But things are going relatively okay with Man of Darkness, and I hope they continue to go okay. And we are slowly closing in on October, so it's definitely time to slowly kick my ass into gear on this book. So we're going to get into the third edit today, and I will give you guys an update later on in the evening when I have an update to give you. Alrighty. It is 7:11 p.m. and I just finished editing the prologue and the first 2 chapters of Man of Darkness, and that ended up being 3,883 words edited today. And so far I have made 12 changes to this edit. I have it on the suggest mode on Google Docs, so that way at the end I can tell you how many changes I made. I should have done that with the first 2 edits, but I didn't think about it, so here we are. But so far I have made 12 changes. Not a huge deal. The changes are simple things. Here I still had 1 sentence that was written in present tense that I didn't read with my eyes, but I was able to pick up with my ears through the translation thing. Sometimes I forget, or I add an S. This one is his only friends, but it should be his only friend. I didn't read that with my eyes. I picked it out with my ear through this edit, and that is why I always believe this one is necessary. You can either do it this way or you yourself can read it out loud, but I prefer to do this one just because it helps save my throat and my jaw from a lot of issues. But being able to hear it helps you pick out mistakes that you can't see with your eyes or that you skip with your eyes, because when you're reading something that you wrote, your brain tends to fill in the mistakes and correct them immediately because it knows what it should have been, because you're the one who wrote it. Your brain is the one who wrote it, so it knows what it should be, usually. So it tends to autofill, basically, the mistakes and autocorrect them. But with your ears hear what they hear, so they typically don't autocorrect them. So things went relatively well today. I'm going to take a break from editing for the rest of the day, and then I will come back to this tomorrow and give you guys another update then. But so far, edit 3 is going well. Alrighty, it is 8:08 p.m. on the 14th, and I just edited chapters 3 through 5 of Man of Darkness, and that was 5,999 words for today's bout of editing. I've made 20 changes altogether on the document, which is an extra 8 changes that I made today, in regards to the 12 that I made yesterday. Things are still going well. I've added a couple extra sentences. I've changed a little bit of punctuation. There was one spot where there was a double space instead of one space after a period. And my voice thing caught that, because if there's more than one space, she like pauses for way too long. So managed to catch that one. That was nice. Otherwise Microsoft Word would have caught it, but I wouldn't have caught it until the eighth edit. So something. Things are going relatively well. I'm going to keep editing 3 chapters a day, so I'll have it done by Sunday, editing the last 4 on Sunday rather than the last 3. Everything's going well so far, so that's a plus. But at this point, I'm going to go take a shower. I'm done with editing for the day, and I will see you guys again with another update tomorrow. Hey guys, it is 7:55 p.m. on the 15th, and I finished editing chapters 6 through 8 of Man of Darkness around half an hour ago, give or take, and that was 4,571 words. I made another 14 changes, so altogether we now have 34 changes made during this edit. Most of those were brand new sentences or changing around the order of things. I had a lot of sentences that were thing 1, comma, and thing 2, so I separated a few of those because they were all clustered together in one paragraph and it was just too many ands and commas and they needed to diversify a little bit, so I did that. But overall things are going relatively well so far. Still in the game to finish this on Sunday, 3 chapters apiece, except for on Sunday where it will be 4. Things are going well and I'm very happy with the way the edit is coming along, so hooray. I will see you guys tomorrow with another update when I edit chapters 9, 10, and 11, I believe. So hopefully things continue to go well, hopefully things continue to move along at a relatively nice pace, but we will see, and I will see you when it happens. Alrighty, it is 7:53 p.m. on the 16th, and I just finished editing chapters 9, 10, and 11 on the 3rd edit of Man of Darkness. That ended up being 4,292 words. I can't remember if I made 32 or 34 changes altogether through yesterday, but either way I have 40 changes now, so I made either 6 or 8 changes today. Things are still going well. I've mostly just been tweaking sentences and fixing a few either present tense or past tense errors, although I think there's only been one of those. And then when I missed an S or added an S, that kind of thing. But things are going well so far and I'm still very happy with the book, so things are moving along nicely. That being said, my show is back on, but I will see you guys tomorrow for another update on the editing process. Alrighty, it is 8:31 p.m. on the 17th, and about an hour ago I finished editing chapters 12, 13, and 14 on Man of Darkness. I edited, 3,711 words, and I made 9 new changes, so now I'm at 49 changes for this edit. Things are still going well. I've added some more sentences, rearranged the wording of a few sentences, fixed some sentences that just felt like they were missing something, and that's about it. I still have, a few more days of edits to go. Tomorrow and Sunday should be it, and then I'll put it on break and then we'll come back and do edit 4 after that. But that's all I've got for right now. I'm going to eat and work on some writing, and then I will see you guys tomorrow at some point, hopefully, for another update, even if it's just a super quick one. Hey guys, it is currently 4:45 in the morning on Sunday, May 19th, but I'm going to run through yesterday really fast. On weekends I don't do a lot of video talking because I'm not the only person home during the day. I'm not the only person that's awake outside of the early morning hours, so filming now.
But yesterday I edited chapters 15, 16, and 17 of Man of Darkness, and that was 4,407 words. I made 13 changes yesterday, so the document is up to 62 changes now, and there are now 4 chapters left, 18, 19, 20, and an epilogue. Things are still going very, very well. I'm still very happy with the book and how it's playing out. I'm still very pleased with the changes that I'm making. Very happy with the sentences that are changing and the mistakes that I'm finding. There have been several instances that I've definitely read over several times at this point, and have never noticed that they sounded weird until the robot lady read them out to me, which is why it's really important to do this edit. I think I do 2 of them by the end, and whether it's the robot reading it to you or you yourself reading it, it's still very, very helpful. I prefer the robot because personally when I'm reading, if there's a mistake, my brain fixes it like that before I can even register that I saw the mistake. So out loud my brain basically auto-corrects that mistake as well. So I go with Robot Lady because she can't auto-correct it. If there's a misspelling, she's not going to pronounce the word, she's going to spell it. She hates she just goes MMHMM. But during this edit you also have to watch the screen in case she says something that's completely wrong, even if your word is correct, because you don't want to think that you've made a ton of mistakes, but it's just because she's pronouncing it wrong. She pronounces Felice, my character's name, Felice. She pronounces one of my demons' names wrong, which is expected. It's a weird name. It's Augie but she pronounces it a genuine. I can't remember what the other thing that she pronounced super weird, but shapeshifter, shifter, I believe is how she pronounced it. So you have to watch your screen while she's reading it as well, just to make sure that everything lines up, basically, because sometimes she will pronounce a word wrong or she'll spell something that, is correct. It's just not built into the AI's system to know what that is, or know how to pronounce it, or know how to pronounce it differently. A lot of times she pronounces lead, actually all the time, I've never had her pronounce it correctly yet. She pronounces lead like lead, and those are 2 different words, technically 3. LED, lead, like I led you down the hall. LEAD, lead, like pencil lead. And LEAD, like lead, like a horse's lead, or I lead you down the hall. Those are different, but she pronounces lead like lead, so you have to watch the screen to make sure that you do have the correct version of lead or lead, and just make sure that it's not just because she is pronouncing the incorrect variation. She also does that with live and live. She will pronounce them the opposite way. So it's just, something to keep in mind if you're in the editing process and you're doing what I call the Google Translate edit. You have to watch the document as well to make sure that everything's going okay. But I'm set to finish this edit today. Again, things are going great. I'm very, very pleased with all of it, and I'm very excited to wrap it up today and then set it aside for a little while before I get into edit 4. But I will either make time to update you tomorrow evening when I get through the final 4 chapters, or I will just make sure that I give you an update very early in the morning, Monday morning, with an update on those last 4. But either way, one more update, and after that, we'll take a break and dive into edit 4 and hope that everything continues to go okay. Sorry, I don't really have a stable place to set you in my room, so you're tilted sideways a little bit, but that's what we're going to have to deal with. It is currently 8:17 p.m. on Sunday, May 19th, and I just finished edit 3 of Man of Darkness. I made 74 changes in total this edit, which is 12 changes today. Everything went very, very well. I'm very happy with it. Changed some more sentences, added an M dash where I had a comma for some reason. But I'm happy with the way things are going. Altogether, I went through and I accepted the changes, so now I am at 31,695 words for the entire novella. I haven't put that into my notebook where I keep track of my edits or anything, so I also haven't compared it with the word count from edit 2, I think, or 2.5. I can't remember when that change happened. I think it was edit 1, edit 1.5, edit 2, edit 3. But I'll do that soon, and then let you know eventually how many words fluctuated, but I'm going to take a break from this book for a while. I have a couple thousand words to edit for somebody tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on when they send it, and then I have a zombie book to edit for another self-published friend sometime after that. Shortly after that, actually, like literally Wednesday. So after that happens, I'll eventually come back to edit 4 of this book. After those 2 are done, I have another edit of my own book to do, and then we'll get back around to this. But when edit 4 finally picks up again, I will make sure to clue you guys in and give you the word count details and all of that stuff. But for now, edit number 3 is done. Things are going well. I'm still very happy with this novella, and I'm very excited for it to be up and available in October for anyone who wants to read it. Very, very excited for this one too.